Hello guys, how's it going? So as you saw in the title, in the thumbnail, I was the colorist who did this. It was such an amazing experience to work with Cole and this amazing artist. I'm gonna try to teach you guys how I did this, the three methods that I use to do this color isolation look. It's pretty easy, nothing crazy. It's really just about technique, and it can be a little time consuming, but that's fine. So let's jump right in. All right, guys. So this was pretty much the timeline. I'm not gonna show everything. There's a few weird stuff like this, so it's really just a bug in the thumbnail. But let's move in. By the way, sorry about my setup. It looks a mess. Like I'm here in Abu Dhabi doing a project for a company. They're amazing. I'll talk a bit more about that on the next video. But yeah. I was just saying because you see this is green, but when I click it, it's everything looks correct. So okay. So this is the video, a lot of things, and let's just break it down and talk about each method. Okay. So if you saw my Instagram, the first method that I mentioned it was about the qualifier. Okay. So let's take this shot for example. As you can see, let me just clean up. This was my noise reduction, my IDT to make this RA footage to DaVinci White Game and Color Space, and then from here, from DaVinci White Game and Color Space to Rec 709. Other than that, just a few adjustments here. I can show you guys 1 second. So it was really just a few touches to make the image look correct, but I'll do a few more things. So in here, you can see there's a layer mixer, and the look basically consists on you use a layer mixer. When you use a layer mixer, the thing is the bottom has priority. So you'll see there's three here. So I'm not going to use this one. This was another look that we were trying. Fun fact, if you guys don't know, our first idea was isolate the tie and a few other objects in the scene as it is. But we had an idea of isolating everything but the bodies. So the bodies were in color. Let me see if I can show you. I'm not sure if this was fully completed. Yeah, so basically the first idea was like this, something like this. We isolate everything but the bodies. So the full plate, you know. So this was the first idea. We pretty much didn't kind of like it. But okay, in the layer mix structure, every node is in the bottom has priority. So our idea for this look, for the isolation, it's going to be making sure we are selecting the tie in the bottom node, so that's our priority. So that way, if we go to the second node, the second priority, and make everything black and white, just by going in the RGB mixer and turn on the monochrome, that will make everything but the tie show up. So you see, as in here, we select the priority by saying, hey, our priority is the tie. Every time, it's important for you to make a mask also, okay? Because that way you can control the spread a little bit more. And then after making a mask, make sure to do that first. You go to your qualifier. That's our first method. You select it. You make sure the selection is good. In this case, it was really good. It was really easy because, as you can see, it's a color that it's already popping, easy to key. But okay, so as soon as you select your priority, qualify, I do a few touches. I remove a little bit of reds, as you can see here. And then I'll go to my primary reels and push the offset. You can see it was like this. And I just go to my offset and push a little bit more to make it pop. You see, just a little bit. You don't want to make it too green, don't want to make it too orange. So that's kind of the look. So yeah, pretty much. This is the first method. It's nothing crazy. And of course, make sure to track your mask. And other than that, the look's pretty much done. And of course, as soon as you set the priority in the first node, go to your second, adjust a little bit. And here, I pushed a little bit the shadows, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like this. Okay? All right, that was the first method. Sorry guys, if this is like, I really want to do this like a talk. I don't want to make like super crazy, expensive, crazy videos like those popping things and stuff. I'd rather just have a conversation with you guys. But yeah, that's it. So our second method, sorry, our second method is gonna be the magic mask. So let me see this one. So pretty much here, I separate the two ties in second different masks, as you can see. It's not even tracked because it stays in the middle. This one. So I just separate them because the lighting was a little bit different. So I had to separate them in order to have them like matching. Okay? So same thing, do a mask and then do your magic mask. In this case, in the first tie, I have 17 strokes, nothing crazy. In the second one, 55. So because I had to clean a little bit, so as I play, so that I'll just track to, so you guys can see the progress of the. So this doesn't matter. You see, the selection doesn't matter because we have the mask. So that's really, you see, me getting out of removing the spreads in here with the red strokes, and then that was it. And the second mask, same thing. I'll do the tracking so you guys can see. Same thing, removing the spread, and then this was okay. So the AI didn't need my help. So other than that, it was pretty clear, and it was good to go. So a few things that you have to consider when you're doing with the magic mask. I told you guys this on my Instagram post, but I'll say it again just in case. So when you're doing your magic mask to isolate your object, again, priority nodes, you're saying to the software, hey, this is my priority. Don't mess with it. Don't change anything on this. And then you go to your black and white node, turn everything but the priorities black and white. Okay? My recommendation to do the magic mask is really, for example, you don't want to start your mask like here. You don't want to start here. You want to go to like a really fucked up situation where you have hands on it. For example, this is going to be a good one. You're already telling the AI, hey, I want this, but I don't want this. Okay? Let me see another one that I actually did this. For example, here, it's a good one as well to start. The AI is already going to understand that, okay, I'll try to, as best as I can, to not select the hand when you try to track, because you don't want to do frame by frame. You want to make a good selection and then track it so it goes automatically. But as soon as you did this, put the highlight mode and then go on frame by frame, just checking if the spreading is something messy, and just make sure to remove the spread. Okay. In here, I'm with the plus selection, but if you hold option, it's gonna turn into the unselection. So yeah, I think that's it. Again, just remember, don't start with the frame that you have the best clean selection. Start with the frame that have the worst selection, and then cut off the parts that you don't want in your selection, and then the tracking is going to be smoother. The AI is already going to understand that you don't want that stuff in your selection. Sometimes you want to denoise a little bit. In this case, I didn't because it was fine, but especially in the qualifier method, the first one, you really want to denoise a little bit, just so the edge is a little bit better. Okay. So this was the second method. So the last method is the hue versus saturation method. Sometimes it's going to be a blessing and sometimes it's not going to help you that much. But it can definitely help you finesse already to maybe do a qualifier method, to maybe increase the amount of data that the AI in the Magic Mask method can achieve. So this is really a tool that when it works, it's going to be perfect, but when it doesn't, it's still going to help you. So this is really basic. You're going to see where your yellow sits, and then you're going to turn it down the other parts. So you see, you already have a better selection, a better separation of the colors. You see how many colors are in here? So now it's better for you to qualify or to Magic Mask or whatever. Okay, that was it. Pretty much simple. And the last thing I really want to talk about, guys, is that sometimes you can combine all these methods. You no, you can. You'll need sometimes. Okay, let me find one here. Okay, this one, for example, was one of the shots that I had to combine a few of these techniques. So as you see in here, this is our priority we are setting as the tie. And this is our second priority that we set to monochrome in the RGB mixer, okay? In a layer structure, remember. Okay, so what I did here, I actually did a mask, okay? This was a little bit of more complicated mask because of the movement. So of course, I did a mask here. It was a pretty kind of messy mask, but okay. And then we qualify, and then we magic mask. Why? Because when I was trying to do the magic mask here, the spread was all over the place. I don't know why, what was happening, but the spread here was really going to the background, to his shirt, not his shirt, his suit, you know? So I really tried to make as best as I could to do the qualifier and then the magic mask, because the qualifier was also not enough. So I was basically saying, hey, you see this selection? You're telling the program, hey, you're seeing this selection that's selecting here and it's also selecting here because the qualifier was messed up. I just want the tie. And then you go for the tie. And then out of the qualifier selection, that's good, that was maybe this and this, you're saying, hey, I just want the tie. And same thing here. Look how many strokes. Cole, give me a raise. Okay, so this was 246 strokes. This was kind of hard. And this was the last shot he sent me. This was like before the release. Yeah, I had to make sure to be real quick. So yeah, that's it. So you qualify, even if it's bad, but it's like if you're getting the entire tie with the qualifier, it's good. You don't care about the spread, because with the magic mask, you're gonna select only the tie. Okay? Because as again, you can't select only with the magic mask because mess up as well. Qualifier, same thing, but then when you qualify and you specify, hey, magic mask, out of this tie and this sheet spread, just give me the tie. This was pretty hard, but we managed to pull it off. So same thing, you want to start by the worst shot as possible. So let me see. So I started like here, and then I track it. Then it was garbage. And I said, okay, still garbage. Then you have to go frame by frame. As you see, there's a bunch of selections in here and there. And then you're done. Just a simple, like, small clip takes a while. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. This was the color breakdown. As you can see here, same thing for this VFX shot of my boy Kyle. Shout out to my boy Kyle. I love you, man. You know that. So yeah, guys, I think that was it. This was the color breakdown of this music video. Insane music video. Stop giving me advice. Jack Harlow and Dave. And I was really happy to be a part of it. Thank you, Cole, for inviting me. Thank you, Kyle and Franklin. You guys are the best. Yeah, man, this thing was really insane. Cole is such an amazing person, and I was really happy to be a part of this project. So, okay, if I do work with Cole Bennett one more time, you guys can make sure I'll be doing another breakdown. But yeah, that was it, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.